On this week's Crossfire news, Valve hates battle passes, EA is making studio changes, and the return of demos and more is coming at you next. What's up, everyone? I'm Russ Dornish, and welcome to Crossfire News, our bi-monthly news video giving you the latest and greatest in nerdy news and reviews. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. First up, it seems the return of demos is behind us, as a Final Fantasy XVI and The Life of P have both released demos to tremendous results. Both games have seen over 1 million downloads each, and Final Fantasy has even seen a jump in its pre-order numbers following its demo release. For those of you 90s kids, you remember the availability of demo discs to be able to try out games. On top of that, the rental market was booming, allowing us to try and test out if we liked a specific game before buying. Following all that and the invention of Xbox Live brought a digital way of delivering demos during the 2000s, but for some reason during that time we saw demos go away. After a number of years with bad launch games and bugs and issues, bringing demos back seems like a smart move for the industry. After having experienced the Final Fantasy XVI demo myself, I am super excited for its release later this week. Could this be the beginning of the return of demos? What are your thoughts, and did you try either demo? Let us know in the comments down below. Battle passes have become a regular thing in almost any online experience, from sports games to shooters. Everything seems to have a battle pass involved. Well, Valve, the leader in PC gaming storefronts and the sometimes developer, has said they will never have a battle pass again. In a blog post, Valve detailed that they have decided that for their Dota series, they will no longer carry a battle pass today or moving forward. Their reasoning behind it is they claim that it isn't worth the resources compared to the new game content they can provide instead. And I quote, "We took some of the resources that would normally produce Battle Pass content and instead put them towards more speculative updates, including features and content that couldn't fit into a Battle Pass model," Valve wrote inside of a blog. Continuing, "While work is still in progress on future updates, the first of these have shipped. New Frontiers and patch 7.33 couldn't have shipped as they did if we were focusing all our efforts on producing Battle Pass content." My question for you is, do you like Battle Passes, or do you think Valve is on to something here in the industry? Big changes at EA, or at least it may seem that way at first. EA announced that they are reshaping their studios into two divisions, EA Entertainment and EA Sports. Part of this restructure comes, and some changes come in the executive ranks. And some interesting decisions including dropping the FIFA name and a big upcoming IP being delayed. Also, the news that Respawn had worked 10 months on Titanfall 3 before having it canceled all brought about these changes. We will keep our eye on EA and see if this shift has any other consequences to it moving forward. And now it's time for Crossfire Reviews. This week's review is over last week's release of The Flash.
Oh my God! Flash!
Hi.
I love you!
Starring Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, and Sasha Calle, The Flash has been a movie long in the making after it was first announced back in 2014. With a super long development and of course the announced reboot of the DC Universe and film, many wondered how bad it would actually be. After seeing this movie this weekend myself, I am pleasantly surprised with giving The Flash a 3.5 out of 5. The movie suffers from some pacing and tone issues in the beginning, and the well-documented poor CGI as well, but overall the story, and especially the acting, is what made this movie even better. Michael Keaton absolutely steals the show in his return to Batman after his last appearance in 1992's Batman Returns.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
If you're a fan of The Flash and its comics, or Keaton's Batman, we highly recommend you go and see this movie. That's all for this week's show. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell to know when we go live next. For Crossfire News, I'm Russ Dornish. You are loved, you belong, you matter. God bless, and we will see you next time.